head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy? Night, night, Mummy. Which is it? Which day? The Owlbear Ball.
The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
Good feelings never last, I suppose.
Descend. Obey. Evacuate.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side.
This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
Can't give up now.
Brine pools,
That
but
pod.
empty of tadpoles.
Is that...
Unusual.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came! Why, perish the thought. Every word was nothing less than true. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Do it, and I'll let Will off his leash. A devil always keeps her promises.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Good work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out. As for the pact, Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? We could be long dead before that long's elapsed.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Not going to happen, but I do like your spunk. Right. I'm out of here. I need a long bath. I'll leave you to your very serious business. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it. Oh, and ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions. Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. The pain as a man's voice cries out through the thick smoke. Ravengard, you call, but the clang of swords and spell shouts of attacking drow are your only reply. Desperation, pain, terror. Cultists raided his village. He was the sole survivor. This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Ravengard's search officer, Manic Shurga. Curiosity. She laments her failure to locate empty traces of psychic energy still linger to be a fleeting dream that fades the streets of Baldur's Gate. The emblem of the device does not react to your presence. You feel the courage of a soldier who became a commander. The device does not intelligence of a commander whose organs began to dissolve in pods and not longer in high cathedral. The burning and its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, delirium, and elf, the returned city casts your people out. The devils who dragged them down to hell broke. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Shadow, walk in our
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers. I have no need for a scorn. Make yourself...
Discern, faithful. We depart. Design. Blood. Death.
They won't be laughing much longer. Won't be any more of this. No gnomes in the city. Watch, Brevin. This Cortesh fella's got an idea. Kind of a training camp. Don't know how it gets me into the watch, but he seems the smart sort. Won't be laughed.
Descend, assemble. Obey. Liberate. Evacuate.
Live are yours, Murd. Heed them. Their cities shall become sharp.
The end is...
May death! Keep your distance, darling. Invisibility.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
In this life and the eternity that follows.
Descend. Prepare. Obey. Liberate. Evacuate. Descend. Liberate. Evacuate. Descend, assemble. Evacuate.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure. Like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time. And you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Ball.
知らんキャラばっかりだ。今出た人たちばかりです。
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
で、系の味噌やば。
It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. It's supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Still breathing, despite everything.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Finer champions than you have tried and
お前もついでに消してやる。
but perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. Your freedom hanging in the balance. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. With pleasure.
Can't get at him as long as the night song's caged.
ナイトソングちゃんいた。
Soldier.
Have you not learned? I am beyond death, fool!
I'm ready. Let's play. This way.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
女神様大暴れ来た。即死戦で。
Let's end this.
女神様なのか。ナイトソング様超強なはずなんだけど、ちょっと弱ってるからね。
There you are. Perhaps you hope to learn, but I will kill you with.
We can't get at him as long as the night song's caged. Heading out.
Shall we cut and run? A better position.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
赤坂さ。そんな移動とかできんだ、すげえ。脳みそやろうどもが。
On the way.
Back in your cage!
異次元扉の魔法強いんよね。
swift as my feet can carry me.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal.
不滅体だった。
Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
月落ちとそっかなって思ってたけど、結果落ちるなら変わらんかったか。ナイトソングちゃんが勝てそうなやつ来たぞ。めっちゃ強そう。 回復負荷ついてる。
Sometimes the only way out is through. Easy these days.
one life to my life. Sustain me, flame.
Want to do it?
Can you feel death's cold grip? No escape.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me.
ターラックが1ターンに与えるダメージがでかすぎ。
Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
ちゃんブチギレすぎ WWW。
No. No. We pick our way toward our fates. Unleashed.
You have my sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
To kill the chosen of a god.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor.
クソ踏んでる W。
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With the brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings.
この真っ黒い人は私の守護者。
An ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are never stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be...
まだ自分の見たことねえ W。
This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver, a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it's most likely she follows Baal, the god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an elder brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
強そうなボスまだ2人いるってことですか?
And the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an elder brain brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail.
一生だけで100時間とか見たが、W。
Everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance to strike comes, you must take it. For there may only be one chance.
一生は50時間くらいやってたな。
Wanna dance?
Buffy。こういうの泣いちゃうからやめてほしい。タタ。娘ちゃん生き返らせたかっただけなんだよな、ケセリックは。投げ飛ばしまくった武器回収しないと。
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
「頑張って、Y はそろそろネルダースゲートしもす」オツダースゲート。
Protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. You bet your ass I am. And I won't stop till that fucker is dead. What will we do once we...
Thanks for watching out for me. I could have tossed
A curse lifted. The dead three. There are depths to this alliance. Do illithids possess souls? No. Yet. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? Until such time, be availed of my... Where matters of balance are concerned, no. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness. Once judged, the Alliance is reforged, mortal.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Aren't you? When we met, I was licking my wounds. An old bear with her leg caught in the hunter's snare. Now I've slipped free of the trap and rediscovered my claws. It's time for me to hunt my prey. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Once you're dead, how'd you survive?
At least things have stayed interesting.
Daniel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Helm's blessings are...
Back in last light, I was... And then, a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old El Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job. You're too humble. But the best leaders know they're only as good as the people around them. Zevlor told me that. Turns out the people around him were better than him. Guess he got what was coming to him. I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maula's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city.
Someone there?
Ah, a fellow bard. Sorry to ask out of the blue, but would you like to play together? The kids have been really down. I figured a concert would cheer them up. Or distract them, at least. What do you say? Yes! I've missed this.
バードならここにいるぜ。
Don't take it to heart. That was a blast.
の曲弾いてくれるのかいいな。
I have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
Alfira's writing us a song. Miss Alfira wants to write us a...
Why, yes. Once Alfira's done with this song...
Come through those doors any moment now.
I'll keep an eye on... On second thoughts... Helen! Isabel!
My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
There you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature... And I'm glad to be had. Seems your ranks are quite packed.
You'd make a fine...
My mom lives in the lower city. If those freaks hurt her...
Just tell me what you need.
there you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been. Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, Magungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin and the Iron Hand gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend. I'll be seeing you. Go home.
It'll take time.
Moonrise has been...
I owe you an apology. Barkus and I are I saw you as a means to escape. Nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light. I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
You see a column of fire that dominates the sky in a blazing inferno. Nothing more.
The plan is what it's always been. Problem is, find me in this city.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. You wanted something?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Yes, ミル服着せてなくてなんか申し訳ないな。
If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? Then you know loyalty, and you know what I did had to be done. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Missoura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fire. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our... My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Missoura. She uses it to track my location and call. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark. He returned to an unsuspecting city and I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth... I showed him my... After, he said only... I understand. No, he did the only thing he could. In his eyes, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to. Worm's Rock Fortress. It serves as headquarters for the Absolute's armies on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand... Orin, I'd never heard tell of. A bit player with dreams of a leader. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these choke...
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business...
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh? He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I liked that. Not like that. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks, and I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine. and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
I guess I can take care of...
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me! Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorn. Father of my one and only love. Enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorn never did trust me. Even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel. By her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live! There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Feel, moon, my blessings upon the slayer of... Listen to the subtle vibrations of the... My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. Pray, ask, and I will tell. A century of it, by now. I loved her from the moment I beheld her sweet face. Her great, wise eyes. Her father Ketheric never did trust me. He did not fancy an immortal for his daughter's paramour. When she died, curse the day, he turned to he and it. I was but lo, the brute is
We will save Baldur's Gate. I know it.
Curse this heart of mine.
I'll sort you out for dinner. How does the stone read?
The way is clear. The light has shown the way.
Good. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it.
1,000 days of darkness on the Iron Hands for dragging him into this.
The stone says it is...
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. It is a common rite among Luna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them. don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough, but I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
What's next?